Hey guys, welcome back to today's video, and it's not a usual video and it's not a usual intro, but today in this video we're gonna see how are we gonna pay a traffic fine here in Sri Lanka, and some things you have to be careful when you are riding in the traffic. So luckily or unluckily, I have got a traffic fine, and there are two papers. Okay, so I'm gonna go in brief and I'm gonna explain this. So if you are a foreigner coming to Sri Lanka, there's a high chance you might get even scammed. Yeah, I'm talking the reality, I'm not joking. You might even get scammed on this basis. So what happens is that if you do a traffic offense, there's a chance that they give you this white paper, mostly along with this one. Okay, so the white paper, let me open it up. In the white paper, you pretty much hold on, you pretty much gonna see whatever the reason you have done the traffic offense, and accordingly you will get. And in my case, you can see that I failed to compliance with traffic signals, and that's ₹1,000 fine for me right there. So they will give this to you, and then what you have to do is you have to take this paper along with this, I guess. Yeah, along with this, you got to take to a nearest post office, and then you pay them the ₹1,000. They will give you another yellow color slip. You take that back to the police station. So when you get a fine like this, you're gonna ask the police officer which police office does he belong. So he will tell the nearby station which he belongs. So that's where your driving license is gonna be at. So once you pay, you take the receipt from the post office, you go to the same police station, you hand over it, and then they will return your license. But here is a scam. Okay, so not every time they're gonna give you this white paper. At times they will just give you this yellow paper. Okay, so this yellow paper is actually, it's temporary permit issued by the police officer. So I think this is valid for 14 days. Without the driving license you can go with it. And then normally the procedure is that you take this paper to the police station, you explain them, and you get this paper. Okay, they will see the offense and they'll write. But here's the scam that I want to tell, because I have personally faced this in previously. So when you get this paper, okay, you're gonna see something like this. I don't want to put the officer's details right there. I just want to put it. You can see that there is a court date. Okay, there's a court date. You can see, for me the court date is on 24th 2024. So this is literally they issued a court case, sort of stuff like that, and I have to appear to the court on July 24th. So what happens is that normally when an offense like this, you take this paper to the police station, you explain them, and you get this, and then you pay this off the post office, you return it back, and then you get your license. This is nullified. Okay, but there are times where the police officer is gonna play the game with you. So he's gonna tell you that he has filed a court case against you, and you are gonna be spending 20 to 30,000 or even 50,000 rupees for the court. Okay, so rather than that, he would be wanting to compromise with you. So that's the scam. You don't need to compromise with the police officer, no. And there's another scam, which is the reason why I got this fine. So this ticket for me was actually not legitimate. Okay, this was due to an invalid, the reason is also is not valid. Okay, so I'm gonna explain what happened. So I was riding, and the day I'm recording this, it's on Friday the 21st, and it's a Posan Full Poya. So it's a festival day here in Sri Lanka, where the, I think, Buddhist, I think so, or Sinhalese, they celebrate it. So the roads are normally traffic, and it's full. The people are full crowded, and I'll put up the video right somewhere here. After this, I'll put up the video, and in the video you can see that so normally if let's say if this is two roads, this is the incoming, this is the going. Okay, it's a small road right here, so people are walking right here, so you cannot go behind them. You will normally tend to go like kind of middle. That's Sri Lanka. It's traffic, and it's such a day. Okay, and if the line is there's like gaps, you can take overtake. Okay, and if there is something like zigzag right there, and if there's a pedestrian crossing, you cannot overtake right there because there's a zigzag. So what's the situation here is that the zigzag wasn't right here. Okay, the zigzag was right here, so every vehicle was going above the white line. So I'll put up the video. That's so this took place near the Modera Matakuli area. Okay, so even the vehicle front of me and everyone, they were going. And plus the reason I went to the extra towards the middle, I went towards to extra middle because people were walking on the left side. Okay, and then there were vehicles, and like the line itself is not in the middle. That's the point. So the police officer, he stopped me. He didn't stop just me. He's like stopping a lot of vehicles. Okay, and everyone has been getting scammed. I would say it's a scam, clear cut scam. And they were saying you touched the white line. I mean, the line is not in the middle. The line is here. Okay, and there is no space to even park, and the people are walking right here. And it's a busy day. You know, it's a heavy traffic day. And if you have seen my previous videos, the Colombo traffic, you know that what do you get to know? You get to know that the people during the traffic, they don't obey the lines. If you see in the Goldface area in my previous vlog, people were going through the white line inside, because during the traffic people have, you know, if it going to rain, and so it is what it is, you know. So what they are doing is that the line is not here in the middle, the zigzag, it is here. All the vehicles are going top of it. Okay, and since people were walking right here, I was just little bit towards the middle. Okay, and it was just normal. And the police officer, he said I was going through the line, above the line. So going, if I went above the line, it's valid. It's a valid reason to put a ticket for me, but he should have put the fine, not and this. So whatever. And I didn't want to compromise with him. That's one point. I just straight away I went to the police station. I told them, and then they gave me this. And then today, unfortunately, the post office is closed. So in tomorrow's vlog, I'm gonna mix this video with that. And in tomorrow morning, we're gonna go to the post office. We're gonna pay. I'm gonna show you the steps how it's gonna be done. We're gonna pay it, and then we take this back to the same exact police station where I got this. My license was taken. I mean, the officer belongs to that police station. And then we're gonna take our license back. We have like 14 days, I think 2 weeks. But I don't want to keep my license with the police officer and then just keep doing this. So the scam is that if you don't get this, sometime if you are foreigner police officers, personally, the fact that I don't know to speak much Sinhala, there have been situation I faced where police officer, he said that I would have to pay around 50,000, 25,000 to 50,000 to the court. And he wanted me to compromise with him, and I refused straight away. I said, no, how come you put, because I'm not doing a high level crime, right? I'm not doing a big crime. I'm not drunk and driving. So what's for court case? So then after that, I came to know that you can actually go to the police station, give this paper, and let them know the situation and get this fine ticket paper. And with this paper, you go to the post office, you pay it, take the receipt back from the post office to the same police department, and then you get your license back. Simple as that. So don't fall for that scam where the police officer is going to threaten you with this. And so I'm going to put up the video right now. You guys are going to see in the video, and then in the video you're going to see how it is. It's the line is not in the middle. Actually, if the line is in the middle and if I'm touching it, it's okay. The reason is, well, the line itself is not in the middle. It's somewhere right here. And the fact that it was a Poya day, it was a busy day, and people festival, they're celebrating, they are putting lights, and people are walking in the street. So the police should do something to stop the people walking in the road area. They should walk after the line, you know. So people are walking in the road, so that's blocking the traffic, and it's just too small road. So this is just like a pure scam, you know. They knew that people are gonna fall for this stuff, and even in the video, there's another thing you can notice. The old lines as spaces in the middle, and then they have put a white line right here. So I don't want to put up the police officer's name and all the details, no, because I respect each and every law enforcement people. But I also want to bring an awareness where you can get scammed. Yeah, that's the hard reality. You can get scammed if you don't have proper knowledge about what's going on, because I was once in the situation The fact that I didn't know to speak Sinhala properly, the language, the police officer spoke to me in Sinhala, and I had to speak to him in English, and there was a sort of a problem there as well. And then he just wanted to kind of scam me off. And it's not about this police officer, it was a previous 2 years ago when I was on my vacation 2 years ago. Previously I faced the problem. So this time, since I knew how it went, I didn't want to even bother talking to the police officer. I told him that which office, I mean police office you belong to. He told me he belongs to this station. Took this paper to the station. I explained it and I got the fine paper. So they canceled this. The court case is invalid. I can pay the fine. They put 1,000 rupees fine because for the white line. I also explained to the police officer right there, and he agreed. He said, "Yeah, it's a person day, so people are crowded. Yeah, of course, the street are going." So I said, on a crowded day, how can you consider lines, right? And the fact that the line is not in the middle, the line is here, so it's a fault with the municipality. The who are the municipality, they drew the line there, they did it wrong. And the fact that people are walking in the street, of course the vehicles are gonna touch. Even if the line is the middle, the vehicles are gonna touch the middle line. You cannot just say that we offended, the violated the law. So whatever, anyways, since today it's the post office is closed, I'm gonna mix this with, like I said, mix with this tomorrow's vlog. And then you guys are gonna see how I'm gonna pay the fine and how the procedure is done. So I hope this video will be helpful for any foreigners, anyone, even in Sri Lanka, or if you are a migrant in our, I mean, if you are living, if you're non Sri Lankan resident, but you are a Sri Lankan citizen, and you don't know how the system works. You don't have to be in my shoes, because I was already in these shoes 2 years ago. Since now I know the procedure, I just no need to get scammed, like, or go compromise. They make you fear, saying that there's a court case, now you have to do this, that. Sometimes the police officer, the good officers, normally they tend to give this right away along with this, and then you can pay and get the. But sometimes the officers, they just give this one and they don't say anything. So when you realize, you might start begging with the officer. But if you're like me, you know the procedure, you don't have to beg with the officer. Just take this, go to the police station, talk to them, tell them this the stuff, and then they will try to do it, and then probably they'll give you this paper, and this will have the fine, whatever the reason. You can see here that no use of seat belts, 1,000 rupees, blah blah blah, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 2,000. So failure to obey direction signals, 2,000. So they are risk. So they're gonna put whatever they're gonna choose it, they're gonna give it, and then you're gonna go to the post office and pay it. So now I'm gonna put the video, and you guys are gonna see the video, right? All right. So guys, as you can see in this video clearly, that the line is not in the middle, it's in the left, and the vehicle front of me, they are going above the line. Even I'm going above the line, and even when I'm recording this video, I'm touching the line still. So you can see how it is. So what happened was, actually there were people walking on the left, and there was a vehicle ahead of me, and that vehicle was going too slow. Okay, so I had to overtake. So I just took an overtake, and since the line was not in the middle, the line was in the left, and I was towards the middle a bit, because there were people walking in the left. And as you could see in this video, as you might have seen, that there was even a man walking side of the road, and he was not inside the yellow line, he was outside the yellow line. So that's where the police and everyone was there. So based on this, considering three factors: first of all, the line is itself not valid, like the location of the line, right? And secondly, the people were walking on the road, so the police should have stopped people from walking on the road, because when people are walking on the road, we have to move towards the middle. Third, it's a festive day, people are crowded, and yeah, police cannot tell anything to people, because people are crowded, it's a festive day, the happy day, so and so. So on that basis, they cannot consider this line, the line issue, because if you are Sri Lanka, if you know, in Sri Lanka during festivals, people, they just, yeah, even the police, they make expand the road for you to do it, you go this way. So this is just, it's just not okay what happened, right? And yeah, and if I were to stop my bike right there, okay, and if I were to observe the road for 1 hour, not even 1 hour, 10 minutes, I would be able to show at least more than 5 people violating that line. because it is what it is. It's a mistake from the municipality, and the people, the road is small, the people are not walking on their inside the yellow line, they're walking on the road, and the cars are going too slow, so you are stuck in a traffic. So it happens, it happens. So yeah. Hi guys, welcome back. So it's early morning, around 8:30 I guess, and unfortunately it starts to rain, but I have another schedule, so regardless of rain I need to get this done with. So I was able to find a nearest post office through the map, and we are headed there. So I'm familiar with this area a bit, but I'm not familiar with what's there in this area. I mean, the shops, offices, I'm not familiar with that. I'm just familiar with the road, as you might have seen me traveling here often. So I'm also gonna show you guys the area again. Okay, so once I collect my license from the police, and the police station is a bit far from here, so I hope the density of the rain doesn't increase. If it does, it's gonna be a problem for me. So I'm gonna show you, and I'm 100% sure I'm gonna show you how many people are gonna violate that particular line. The fact is that the line is not centered, and if you are driving in a close area, it's difficult for you to to see that line. So here we have the post office. I guess we can stop here or inside, so it should be good here. So we stop it here, and let's go inside. So guys, you get a receipt like this from the post, and this part has the details. So it used to be an orange color slip, but I think here they are giving a white color. It's all the same. It's the payment receipt. So you don't actually have to give this. You just have to give the white one. And you also receive an SMS to your mobile phone, like I showed you earlier, with the details. So now let's head to the police station, give them this. So guys, now let's head to the police station, give them this paper, and let's collect our license. So I need to head back. Let's go front, and yeah. Guys, it's so windy today. The bike is just going towards, towards left. guys, when it's raining you should never go behind a bus, because all of that water is gonna go into your clothes and your body and whatnot. So guys, we're gonna see how this the new SD card, that's SanDisk Extreme Pro, is going to perform, and whether I'm gonna run out of, you know, like whatever, that it gets jammed, right, and there's only audio, no video. I hope that doesn't happen this time, but anyways, let's see how that one goes. This vehicle is just spilling water on me, man. So guys, you see this pedestrian crossing, you see this white line? So if it is in the middle, okay, you can see him. There is a violation. That's a clear violation right there. That's what I'm talking about, guys. It's Sri Lanka. When it's traffic people, they don't... Look at that, what's going on there. You see, people, they don't... It's not their... intentionally violate the line. No one wants to intentionally violate the law. It just happens because, you know, a tuk-tuk is going very slow, it's raining, you are in a motorbike, you are getting wet, you don't want to get sick, you have work, so whatever the reason might be, you know, so that's what. And look at that, that's a white line right there, but people, they can turn. So they should have fixed that line right there. A white line with a turn. It's something to blame the, I think, the road municipality or whoever drawing this line. They are the one who's violating. They are keeping it in a way that people will get, you know. And you can see here there's no zigzag lines. It's supposed to be there, both the sides, because the person coming from that road, he might not know there is a pedestrian crossing if the vehicle is too close distance. So he's gonna make an overtake, and if the police is there, he's gonna catch and say that you violated that. Because during the pedestrian crossing you cannot be in the middle of the road, you have to be on your lane. So that's what I'm talking about, guys. The road is not perfect, okay, and the lines are not perfect, and how can you put a fine, traffic fine? And I will show you guys the area exactly, and you will realize what I'm talking. It's such a scam, man. It's such a scam. I mean, if I were to make this a bigger issue, they will find out that it's more of like, you cannot blame the civilian for touching the line or whatever the bullshit is. You see that tuk-tuk? Yeah, he's touching that line. You can see, look at that. That's a clear violation right there. That happens. So if there's a police officer here, he can stop that blue tuk-tuk, right? It's a violation. So you cannot consider all that stuff, because it's traffic, people going, as long as they are driving safe. You know, I mean, you should follow the lines and everything, but it's Sri Lanka, and if you are riding here in Sri Lanka, you know that that's bullshit. Look at that vehicle. Oh, it's in our lane, right there. Violation. Lots of violations. So if they were to catch on that basis, per day they can stop thousands of vehicles, guys, thousands, and just keep fining 1,000 rupees. Maybe they will make over, who knows, 1 million just in one area. 1 million. So if there is like 10 places like in that side, this side, what can I say, it would earn them more than 10 million in a single day just in this compound. So that's bullshit, you know. That's clearly bullshit, man. I hate such a scam like this. I mean, there are many good officers who knows the road, who knows what happens in this road. So in this road, it's broken, there's no line at all in this road. So you know, if you are, so how can you say if you know you can overtake or you don't overtake? You don't see the line right there, and the road is broken as well. So you just, if the person is going too slow, you just overtake, because there's no line, right?
Even the other side is broken, even this side is completely broken. So that's what I'm talking about, guys. You see, this white vehicle is trying to overtake. Look at that. Oh, even top of the line, man. Clear violation right there. Just see, guys, in this video, just not even 5 minutes, how many people violated the line just in the traffic. That's what, you cannot ride like that. So if you have to go, the person tuk-tuk is going in a 10-20 speed, how can you expect to go in that speed? And considering he's making a traffic jam right there. So you see, that's a clear traffic violation. So there are good officers, guys, who know that this road is like this and people are meant to drive in this manner, so they don't take advantage of that situation. But there are some bad officers. I mean, I wouldn't say all of them, some, because the Sri Lankan police, they are really good. It's just sometimes when you don't know Sinhala, when they find out that you are not like 100% having a knowledge of the local system and all, some of them tend to take advantage of that situation, and then they do all sort of bullshit. So you can see that this road doesn't have line. People are overtaking left and right. Okay, and there's a pedestrian crossing right there in front, and it's also kind of, I don't know, yeah, it's a pedestrian crossing. So this side, you see people, they're walking on the road. So when people are walking like this on the road, what do? I go and hit them? No, I tend to go towards the right a bit, right? Because I don't want to stop my bike in the middle of the road. A person who's coming behind me, there might be it might cause a traffic jam and lots of problems, or he might even come and hit me if he's not watching the look at that. So what do you call this sort of driving? Smoke. So what do you call this type of driving, guys? So we are going through the hill, like it's a slope. You can see it's a slope, it's not straight. And you can see this guy, he's putting pollution on my face. We are going in an 8-speed. Bullshit, right? So I might even fall down if I lose control, because we are on a slope. So I think this was the area yesterday, I guess so. Yeah, that area right there. You see these trees? You see this here, this area? So here there was the police, they parked. And you can see the difference in the line. This line is in the middle, that line is somewhere else, and in the middle it's dotted like gap lines. Anyone who doesn't notice that line, if the vehicle is in front of you in a close proximity, you don't notice that zigzag line. You think you can overtake, and that's what happened yesterday. So a guy was going in like 10 speed front of me, and it was heavy traffic. You see people, all of them walking on the road, man. It's a small road, and this guy, he gave me a space. He moved towards the left a bit. Maybe he saw the cops, you know. I didn't see the cops as well. So he moved a left, and I thought he's giving me a space to overtake. So I was just like, you know, what do I say? Let's say this was the vehicle front of me, right? So he moved a left a bit, okay? And I have a gap here, right? You can see a gap here, right? So it was even more spacey, and there was a gap here, so I just overtook him. And that's it. So as I overtook, they said you violated the line, blah blah. And the line I didn't see. I told the officer, sir, I didn't see the line. That's the truth, I didn't see the line. If I would have saw the line, why would I overtake? I didn't see the line. So anyways, I don't know where is the parking for this police station, man. The Modera. I think we can park here or other side. Let's park other side, because I don't want to risk. These roads are just crazy, man. You don't know where you can park. Hope I can park here, and then let's get this done with. So guys, we got our license back right there, and what you had to do was literally you give the receipt that you got from the post office and the yellow paper. That's it, they return back your license. The procedure is pretty simple, but the reason they put the fine is not simple. right? It just feels like a scam, man. I mean, keeping a traffic stop or checkpoint at a place where you know that a lot of people are gonna get into violations, and then taking that as an advantage to put the ticket on them. Even though I had a couple of weeks to run with that. So I must also say one more thing. You have a couple of weeks, I think, to pay the fine, and until that time you can keep that paper with you and run. And I guess that until that period is over, you cannot be hit by a traffic offense again. Yeah, they cannot fine you again until. But don't take advantage of this loophole. It's a loophole, you know. I know some people who once get a traffic fine, they keep that paper for 2 weeks and they ride with it, so that they don't get a traffic fine again, because they already have the license, is not with them. But if you're like me, who just then the very next day paid and took the license, now if I'm hit by another traffic fine, that person will take my license, the police officer, and I have to pay the again fine. So sometimes, you know, the situation, economic situation of the country is not good. People have problems with the money, so what they tend to do, they try to use that grace period. So when you are riding with that paper, which is the temporary permit, I showed you the yellow paper, the police, they cannot put a fine on you, because you don't have your license with you. You are already running on a fine paper, so they will just let you go. Yeah, but I'm not talking about heavy offenses like something, I think drunk and drive, or I don't know, whatever it is. In that case they will put you in jail, I guess. So as you guys can see, we are going through a slope, right? We are going through a slope right there. So there was a vehicle going in front of me. He was going in 10 speed, and you can see even now I need to pull my bike. You can see this tuk-tuk, right? There, a good example. So you see this guy is pulling, and it was traffic, people were walking right here, so I was more towards this, okay? And what did I see? The vehicle covered that zigzag line, and all I saw was this dotted lines, and I overtook here, right here I overtook, okay? This area I overtook, and the police, he was right here, okay? The police was right there. Let's go a little front. Let's stop right here. The police was right here, okay, somewhere right behind. And let me show you some example. You see, all of that vehicles are going above the line, okay? And if someone is gonna go too slow, they will overtake them, because they don't see that line, it's not in the middle, right? So police was right here, he stopped me, and you can see all of them are going above that line, because that line is not centered. And since that line is not centered, you can see a bike right there. That's an offense, man. That's an offense. That's an offense right there. You see this bike, okay? You see a scooty right there. That's an offense. It's just exact thing what happened in my case, because but actually they were able to see the line, but in my case there was a vehicle in front of me and he was covering that zigzag lines. So all I saw was that gap lines, so I thought I can overtake. I just overtook. After I overtook, I just realized it's a, what do you say, there is this zigzag line, and then the police officer, he stopped me right here. He asked me, why did you cross the line? I said, I didn't see the line. Of course, because the line is not centered. And then he just took my license and he put the fine. And as you guys can see, it's not even 30 seconds. You saw just few people already offend that line. So you know, if I was a police officer from this area, I personally would know that people are gonna violate that line, because it is what it is, man. It is what the road is. So when you know that area is just like that, you cannot, as a good police officer, you cannot take advantage of that situation right there. You cannot. And if I were to stay there for 1 hour, I can show you guys hundreds of people violating that line. Simply, easy as that. And even there is no line here, so I don't see line. I don't know whether I can overtake or not, but probably there's no vehicle, it's safe to overtake. No lines, overtake, finish. Because the tuk-tuk, they sometimes, you know, they go too slow, and you are on a motorcycle, you are on a hill or you are down. If you lose control, you're gonna fall with your bike, okay? Because you have to maintain the clutch balance and the brake. Sometimes, you know, if you, I personally, riding this bike, I have my backbone pain, neck pain, because its riding position is meant to be so it gives a lot of pain. I think if people have on this bike, they know the situation, what's going on. So I sometimes get even my hand pain. You might have seen in my vlogs, I'm relaxing this hand a bit, because holding the clutch a lot of times in the traffic, holding, this gets so much pain, man. So in that cases, when you see a vehicle is going slow, you just want to overtake them and just get going, you know. You don't want to go behind a vehicle that's going too slow like this, like you see. No, it might even rain and you might not reach your home. Next day you might fall sick. So you see this road, there's no lines. People are going two track. It's actually not two track, it's just one track, one here, one right there. And you can see there's a pedestrian crossing. Where is the zigzag line? Missing. There's no zigzag, and you see the person he was overtaking. So that's a clear violation. Whom to blame? You should blame the municipality. I mean, I believe the municipality is responsible for the lines in the road. It's them you have to blame, not the people. People, they don't see, man. And it's traffic people, they don't have time to keep calculating the road distance and all that stuff, you know. And especially if it's going to rain like earlier, so people just go, you know. So that's exactly what I'm talking. It's a scam, man. It's a scam. The government need to do something regarding this. So what my suggestion is, just make it digitalized. Make the traffic fine digitalized, and importantly, okay, what the government need to do is that, it's my suggestion, if there's a traffic stop right there, they're stopping vehicles, that particular every traffic stop organized by traffic branch officers should have a camera with them, just one camera, so that they can prove that this person violated the law. That's it. You don't need body cams, okay? As I know, economically it's not feasible to put body cam on all the officers, no. But I'm saying, let's say officer A and B decides to put a checkpoint right here to stop people who's violating. In that case, they need to have a camera right there, a camera that can capture the offense of people and the reason why they are stopping. So that way it works out fine. It's my suggestion. I don't know who watches this video. It's my suggestion, because you guys have to respect the motorists. The motorists respect the civilians. Police officers, like I said, I didn't want to disclose the names of the police officer or whatever, because I don't know, man. I just don't want to ruin anyone's image or the stuff that they are doing, you know. But I just want to bring awareness, a general message, awareness to everyone. Even the government should notice that such an stuff is going on, you know. So you see, 3 track, 1, 2, 3. So what do you call that? Three track in 1 track. So if you were to pinpoint each and every violation, you see he's going top of the line, that's a violation. You see the tuk-tuk, he's on the other road, that's a violation. So that's what I'm saying. If you were to pinpoint each and every mistake, this country policeman can, I mean the police department can earn a lot of money through fines, and that's not good. That's not good for the nation, you know. So some officers, they take advantage. Look at that, he just took from left to right on a white line and zigzag line, pedestrian crossing. And as you guys can see in this video, just I don't like to be a bad rider, okay? I don't like to be complaining people and all that stuff, but when something happens, I'm just showing an example to you guys. I'm not saying he's bad, that guy is bad, this guy is bad. I'm showing example. This is how people ride. Police officers, please don't take advantage of this situation, especially considering the road right there. You see where is the line in this road. So you shouldn't take advantage of this particular situation knowingly. You know that people, they tend to violate, not intentionally. No one likes to violate intentionally. It's just because someone is making a traffic jam. You see, he's stopping for no reason. He stopped, I don't know for what. So traffic jam, if I were to be behind him, so I have to overtake. That's exactly what I'm talking, guys. It's just so sometimes very sad, you know, me being a Sri Lankan, and just because I don't know Sinhala, there are times that I have been I have got fooled by the scams. But just because now I know the knowledge, I have the knowledge how the system works, I don't. And if you are a foreigner who only speaks English, or from some European nation who doesn't actually speak any language here, okay, maybe there are foreigners who don't even speak English. Maybe I saw once a foreigner from Dutchland, and he was speaking Dutch, I guess. He don't English even, but I thought he knew English. So people like that who sometimes hire scooties, you know, from SG province or southern province, you know, they ride to Colombo, or even outside. Okay, wherever you ride, doesn't matter. It's not just the western province. I'm talking about the whole Sri Lankan police department overall. So when you don't know English and so, that's where, even if you know English also, if you don't know the language, sometimes they try to scam, you know. I have seen a video, I think previous year, a tourist couple, I think the police officer was asking 15,000 bribe or something, right? If I'm correct, somewhere out of western province. I don't know where it was exactly, but somewhere. And they shared the police officer's face, badge and all. Yeah, so sometimes there are officers like that. It's sad truth, but overall Sri Lankan police, they are really working hard, man, because the traffic right in Sri Lanka, it's crazy. We are seeing these guys, you know, they are in the road, not even a sip of water, working really hard. That's why I appreciate them. That's why I didn't want to put up the police officer's name or any of the details, because I respect the police department. Just because of one person, the community should not get, you know, a bad image. So yeah, but it's just good that it's good if they give a proper training. I mean, they give training, but what do you say, it's just some officers still try to take advantage, you know. They try to take advantage. So the police officer, like I said, he asked me, if you cross the line. I said, what line? Then he told me there was a line there. I said, oh, so I was in the middle, right? So I said, yeah. So I said, I told him I didn't see the line. All I saw was a marked line like this, where you can make your turns, you can overtake. So because that line was covered by a car in front of me, a vehicle, so as you can see, even that line's height was just the height of the vehicle. So how can you expect, you know? But even vehicle or no vehicle, people, as you saw, few people already just within 1 minute, people violated the line. So it is what it is, man. Anyways, I didn't want to, I know if you know, people, they don't want to go for higher investigation and all that stuff just for just 1,000 rupees or something like that. So people tend to pay and get the license, just like I did. In other hand, people who don't have much money, I mean, they are people difficult in situations, so they tend to keep that paper for a week or so and ride with that in order to avoid getting another traffic fine. Because if you get it early, the police officer can again take your license and put another fine if there is a police officer right there. And you see that vehicle? Yeah, he just changed lane in front of a pedestrian crossing, in front of a white lane. That's a clear violation right there. So if there was a police officer there, he could have stopped him. So that's what you know personally, this area is meant to be like this, right? I mean, this area is okay, but in that area, this is a three track road, but in that area it's just one coming, one going. It's very small, people walking on the left, so you tend to go to the right a bit. So you cannot take advantage of that. It's very bad if you take advantage of that situation, man. When you find people, and you don't know how many people they find tons of people, man. There was a car constantly getting stopped, bikes constantly getting stopped, and I was one of them. It's just scam. Anyways, guys, I hope you like this video, and I hope this brings an awareness if you are a foreigner or if you are Sri Lankan who doesn't know Sinhala. If you know Sinhala, there is a way you can get into talking. You can get into talking, you can do something and avoid him from finding you. But if you don't know Sinhala, that's where the problem is, because there's always not one police officer, there are two police officers. But what it's supposed to be is like, so what it's supposed to be is like, one officer should know Sinhala, one officer should know at least Tamil or English, right? That is a good procedure right there. But both of them know only Sinhala, and no one knows Tamil, no one knows English. I mean, Sri Lanka has 3 official languages: one Sinhala, Tamil, English, right? Sinhala being the most number 1, Tamil being number 2, English being number 3. Okay, so why only police officers know Sinhala? Why is that so? So the government should implement something, a training. We should know at least a basic level of English, because we are working on inviting people from all over the country, tourism. English is an international language. You cannot expect just to know Sinhala and then roll with tourists, and that's where the scams happen. When you understand a person doesn't have knowledge of your country, knowledge of your language, human nature, scam them. So that's what, guys. Anyways, guys, I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm pretty much gonna take a ride near the Gold Face area. That's why I came through this route, and I'll just show you guys around the Gold Face, and then we'll wrap this video up. I just love riding this area, man. Curve, it's pretty dang nice, It's pretty damn nice, the curve. But the roads are broken, guys. Careful when you're curving. You see how's the curve? Yeah. So when you're curving it, if the road is broken, there's a stone. One time I was about to slip because there was a stone in the middle of the road. I was curving, the tire hit the stone, but thank God nothing happened. Like, I was able to manage the bike. So always look ahead. Sometimes if there is water, there is oil, So what is this guy doing, man? I mean, if you ask me what's my favorite police station so far from my experience, I would say the Fort Police right there, okay, the Kolpiti Police, and the Company Vidya Police. I mean, this area, right? Whatever the police is covering this area, I like them a lot, because they respect bikers, they respect the people, they help to, I mean, all of them help to solve the traffic. But I personally never seen them taking advantage of, So in my one of my vlogs, you have seen people going above this line, so you cannot go actually. And that was a traffic day. I think the vlog was named "Ride into the Traffic of Colombo," and you saw people going on top of that. So it's when traffic, even police, they don't mind, because it is what it is. People go to work, they have to go. You're having a motorcycle, man, and you are just going like a car. What's the point? You see all of the constructions going, and that road is called the Road of Paradise, the Paradise Road. It's nice view right there. Some papers. The area is very clean. It's nice. Good work, Sri Lanka.